friends, and welcome to another WSIB Truth Matters with Joe Machado on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. So I have another series coming up next week, and I'm going to talk about a very important topic. Most of you who are subscribed to my channel and have been watching my videos know that I have zero regard for the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board's appeals or decision-making process. Both at the operating level, that's adjudicators or case managers, and the WSIB's appeals services branch, and how AROs, appeals resolution officers, go about making decisions. So my feelings on that are based on over 30 years of dealing with this organization day in and day out. I built the largest paralegal firm in Ontario over the last 30 years with clients spread out all over the province. We dealt with every WSIB office. We went to hearings all over the province, from Ottawa to Thunder Bay, Windsor, Fort Erie, and everywhere in between. We also went to Workplace Safety and Insurance Appeals Tribunal decisions, or hearings, rather. And when I mention I'm talking about myself and other paralegals in my firm that were handling WSIB cases. And so after a period of time, you get to understand the lay of the law, the lay of the land. And you get a pretty good understanding as to not only organizations and how they function, but the personalities, the culture within those organizations. So we're talking about a government organization here. And by large, and I'm telling you just about my own personal views, they don't give a shit about the worker, period. I could write a book on the reasons why, but I just know based on everything that I've witnessed over 30 years, they ruin people's lives. And they continue to do that to this day. So this is why I have absolutely zero confidence whatsoever in how they go about making decisions for entitlement for injured workers. Now, a lot of you have heard me talk about the Workplace Safety and Insurance Appeals Tribunal. And as of recent, a lot of my videos have had that as a primary topic. And while I have some concerns about how the tribunal goes about their business, I do believe that they are by far a much better alternative. I do believe that for the better part, they try to render a decision that gives justice to the worker. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to get what you want as a worker. You win some, you lose some. But from the cases that I've handled, the cases that my staff have handled over the years, I can tell you that they are pretty thorough in how they go about the decision-making process. They request from the WSIB, as required by law, all of the policies and sections of the Act, the appropriate legislation that governs the particular issue they're dealing with. And oftentimes they request more policies than what the WSIB would normally not even consider. And that's because they want to be thorough. They've created jurisprudence on a wide variety of subjects. And anytime that we had a loss at the tribunal, I could read the decision and understand the decision, not necessarily agree with it, but it's a decision that I could understand, that I could accept, and that I could convey to my client that we've gone as far as we could within the law. That's not even talking about a judicial review. And I'll talk about this further down the road. So, they say, put your money where your mouth is. And that's what I'm doing right now. in this series that I have coming up next week, I'm going to talk about 5 topics, mostly dealing with the recent practice direction number 5, a document put out by the tribunal, where they go into significant detail about purpose of hearings at the tribunal, types of hearings that are conducted, what the WSIB considers when a formal hearing is being conducted, and also the types of issues that can be resolved or addressed in a written hearing as opposed to an oral hearing. So I'm going to touch upon these next week in detail to give you a really good understanding from my perspective and from my experiences as to why the tribunal is your best bet. And I'm also going to give you facts and figures as to why I have absolutely zero positive expectations from the appeals branch at the WSIB and what they're currently scheming behind the scenes right now to further put the screws to injured workers. So I wanted to put this video out today just to let you know that this has been on my mind for a while now, quite some time. And as you know, in my channel, I put it like it is. I tell it like it is. I don't give a shit whose feathers I ruffle. Some of my comments next week are going to ruffle a lot of feathers, both from injured worker groups as well as lawyers and paralegals that are in this industry. And of course the WSIB, but they already hate me. So I don't really give a shit because I hate them back just as much. But my goal is to convey information unfiltered, direct, from what I believe is the best. And then you can make your own decisions based on whatever information you gather. But know for certain that my motivation is to help you, the injured worker, get maximum benefits that you are entitled to under the law for your injury or your workplace illness. I hope that you enjoyed the 5-part series that I did last week, talking about tribunal jurisprudence. It was a very intense series, and I provided some really key information that a lot of people have provided a lot of positive response, and I do believe that it's going to help a lot of people. If you haven't had a chance to watch those videos, I highly recommend that you do, because jurisprudence is a useful tool to use in your case. And if you haven't watched the video I put out yesterday on the benefit of doubt section of the Act, I highly recommend that you watch it. These are all tools that I've used over the years, my staff have used. We've succeeded with them, and I believe that if they're properly used, you can succeed as well. All right, friends, so thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and please share it with people that you know who may have a WSIB claim or have had a claim in the past. I look forward to the videos I'm going to be putting out next week, and I may be coming out with a short one tomorrow with some tips that you can use. Okay, friends. So once again, as always, take care, friends.